May I, sir?
आइए।
Should I sit?
Take your seat.
Sir.
Please, sir, don't sir. I'll lead you. Come.
Good morning, all of you.
बैठिए
Good
Chanakya।
morning. Introduce yourself, beta.
Sir, my name is Farah Zahoor. I am from Bedgam.
आप relax बैठो, आराम से बैठो. थोड़ा सा पीछे.
अपने घर में हैं आप?
Yes. Yes, please.
My name is Farah Zahoor. I am from Bedgam. I have done my PG and graduation in commerce subject. I have also qualified NET in commerce subject. This is my 4th attempt in civil services, and my optional is Urdu literature. I am having interest in cooking. Apart from that, I have worked as contractual lecturer in +2 school education.
Commerce में PG, NET, JRF qualified,
Right, sir.
but then taking optional in Urdu. Don't you see there is some disparity in your selection of subjects?
So actually, when I was choosing subjects for civil service, when I started preparing for it, it was two
Like,
optional
firstly,
scheme.
When you chose commerce as your subject of study, what was your in the back of your mind?
So
Was civil services in mind then?
no, sir. That time civil services was not in my mind, and that was my plan B too. Also, when this thought came in my mind that I will join civil services in future, and plan B was I will join higher education or education. These were the two lines there I was working. So that was the reason that I went for commerce.
And then why Urdu as an optional subject?
Sir, when I started preparing for civil services, that time it was two optional scheme. My one optional was commerce first, and I have qualified prelims for the first time in commerce subject itself. And the other optional was, as I was not having any other option available, so I chose Urdu literature as my second optional. Then I found it very interesting, as I had studied Urdu till 10th class. But I was not knowing where from Urdu actually originated, and when I came to know about it, I found it very interesting. So I went with it, and I scored good marks in Urdu in my first mains.
Generally, people go for Urdu literature and subjects like this because of high scoring value, is it?
So I found it interesting. First thing, that I could study it with interest, and the second reason was the syllabus was totally static. I don't need to add current affairs every year to it.
Okay.
So,
How would you project yourself as a fit candidate for being an administrator?
So I am having those qualities. One of the qualities is that I am having leadership skills, and the second is I am being a commerce graduate and postgraduate. Management was one of my subjects, and there it has been taught to me that how to plan, organize, direct, coordinate, and then control things. I think I can bring these things in administration.
Can you give us one example where we can get convinced that you have leadership qualities?
Sir, I was a sports person, and I was a sports captain in my college too. So there I was leading different disciplines. That shows that I am having the leadership qualities. Apart from that, I was a part of Scouts and Guards too, but at that time I was in school. That was in my school days, and I didn't continue that in college and university level.
What is ISRO? ISRO.
Indian Space Research Organization.
Why was it in news recently?
Because of Chandrayaan 3, it was in news. On 14th July, India launched its Chandrayaan 3 mission, and it is for the lunar operations or the lunar exploration. And India's aim for it is to explore the South Pole on the moon.
Who heads ISRO?
So current chairman is S. Somnathan.
What is this uniform civil code?
So
There's
uniform.
a lot of discussion going on these days.
Right. So in Article 44 of our Constitution, it is mentioned that there shall be, or the state shall ensure uniform civil code across its territory.
Ensure or strive for?
Strive for uniform civil. Endeavor, sorry, sir.
Endeavor
Sorry,
is the
sir.
word.
I apologize. Endeavor that there shall be a uniform civil code for the territory of India.
What does that mean?
It means that country should have one law across the country, and it is for civil laws. Otherwise, country is having all the laws unique
What's
across.
your opinion? Should there be uniform civil code?
Sir, actually, it is a vision. I think it is not the right time in India to introduce uniform civil code, as the masses are not aware the benefits of it. Prior to bringing this bill in the parliament, government should take initiatives like awareness programs and make people aware about the benefits of the uniform civil code. And people too should take lessons from the Goa uniform civil code, as Goa is the only state having uniform civil code right now. Apart from that, if this will come into existence at this point of time, I think people may resist it, as it goes in favor of Article 14, and it goes in contradiction to Article 25, that is right to freedom of religion, to choose, propagate and to choose and propagate your religion.
Please, sir. I'll get the last word.
So, what's your qualification, final qualification? You have BCom or MCom?
MCom, sir.
But it's not
MCom.
written here. It's BCom.
So there it was mentioned that mention about your graduation, in which subject you are having your graduation. In original DAF, I have mentioned both, PG as well as NET.
So, you have Urdu literature.
Right,
as
sir.
one of the main subjects. So, can you tell me about Sadat Hussain Mantu, his life and his achievements?
Sir, I have read about it, but sorry, I may not recollect about him right now.
Right? Absolutely right.
Sure, sir, I will.
Essentially a kosher man, Saadat Hassan Mantu.
Right, sir.
He was
I will look into it.
He was Mantu from Kashmir, lived in Amritsar.
I have read actually about it. If I will say the information might go here and there, so that's why
Right, go
I
ahead.
said.
No problem, no issue.
Can you tell me?
Sir,
One more question.
please.
Can you tell me when India started its liberalization?
So it was 1991 when India was facing economic crisis. Then Dr. Manmohan Singh was the economist at that time, and he was that time the financial minister. He came up with the LPG, new economic reform policy, liberalization, privatization and globalization. It was exactly 1991 when it started in India.
Who was the prime minister at that time?
So Narasimha Rao, PV Narasimha Rao, sir.
Farah, you're coming for the second time, right?
Right, sir.
आपने कॉमर्स पढ़ा है,
Right.
BCom किया है,
Right.
तो फिर इसमें है।
Right.
Have you heard about zero budget?
But zero budget is actually the budget where we are not taking the figures from the earlier budget or the previous budget. This budget is made completely from the new estimations, and the prior budgets or the earlier budgets are not taken into consideration to estimate the figures.
What are the advantages of zero budget?
So there are advantages as well as the disadvantages too. Advantages are like, so if we have made earlier budgets and those budgets are the costs of that time. The zero budget considers the market value of the things, not the book value of the things. That is the biggest advantage of it, that the things are taken at the market value and not at the book value.
What is section 25 now?
Section
25.
20?
5.
25. Section 25 of what, sir?
Section 25 company.
Section 25 of Companies Act. Companies Act of 2013? Sorry, sir.
नीति आयोग के बारे में सुना? What
Yes.
is नीति आयोग?
It is the think tank, and earlier it was named as
The acronym Niti Aayog.
Niti. It is the National Institution for Transforming India, and the name was given to it in 2015. Earlier, it was named as Planning Commission, and it is the think tank of the country.
So what do they do?
So they actually plan plans their short term, long term, and the vision. Three types of plans for the country.
Sustainable development goals क्या होता है?
So, sustainable development goals, there are 17 sustainable development goals. Sustainable means which will survive for longer, and
Which institution administers it?
sustainable development goals.
UNSDG.
Yeah.
UNSDG कहते हैं?
So, yes, sir.
17 goals.
Yes, sir. There are seven. I have read about it, but a long time ago. So that's
Who is the CAG of India?
CAG right now. Read about it
हमारे
yesterday.
गवर्नर LG
LG थे
2019 में के बाद हुआ है LG।
right now CAG.
First Lieutenant Governor.
First Lieutenant Governor.
GC
So,
Murmu.
GC Murmu, sir.
Sir,
Article 148.
Sir,
एक बात मुझे बताइए, besides this thing, tomorrow, let's assume, inshallah, you are heading a district in Badgaon.
Right, sir.
Now, based upon your experience with life, with people there in the district, आप क्या करना चाहेंगे ताकि lot of women grows up? Do you have an idea?
Yes, sir. So, actually, new industrial policy for Jammu and Kashmir came into existence in 2021. Under that, there is a centrally funded schemes for industries and their local setups. And so, first thing here, it is unemployment is on its peak. The first thing which I would go for, I would make awareness programs that government job is not the only option of earning. People can earn and live good lives if they will be self-dependent and if they will be entrepreneur of their own selves. I will make them aware about the initiatives and about the schemes of the government that government is currently running. And apart from that, I would like to make awareness programs for how and what kind of industrial setups they can set up with bare minimum capital and earn good profits.
So as such you mean that bringing in independence among the women folk, you have to bring in economic independence.
Economic
If they are
independence.
economically well off in person, they'll be better able to decide about their life.
Right, sir.
So मान लीजिए इंशाल्लाह आप अच्छे मुकाम पे आ जाएंगे. Start thinking from now. What are the schemes, what you will implement, लेकिन not idealism, but actuals on ground which you can rectify, which you can put into implementation will become good to the society and particularly 50% of the women folk.
Right.
I say so here because you are a member of the society
Right,
and
sir.
a qualified member of the society to think about this. I say so because
Right.
or let us assume that tomorrow in the interview, real interview, they'll ask you this question. So prepare from now. ताकि आहिस्ता आहिस्ता आपके पास एक वो जो
Data collect.
proposition आ जाएगी, एक diagram आ जाएगी, एक situation आ जाएगी which you can implement it in the right time. Okay?
बढ़िया बेटा.
Go ahead and enjoy your life.
लॉर्ड सिर्फ अपना कॉन्फिडेंस थोड़ा वो बढ़ा.
Sure,
Like
sure,
you all
sir.
confidence, so you are very confident.
Right, sir.
इंटरव्यू के लिए डेट्स निकले हुए हैं?
Yes, sir. Mine is 24th July, and I am the first candidate to go in afternoon session. Right.
So you have some days left. So इन दिनों में
थोड़ा सा
relax.
करंट अफेयर्स पे क्योंकि इसी पे बात ज़्यादा प्रेशर है.
I have prepared current affairs well. I have been seeing the transcripts of other candidates where they are asking a lot of factual questions, even questions which I can't assume that this can be asked. Like which is the national reptile of India? Who was the first lady teacher? Who was the first Muslim lady teacher? And directly amendments are asking.
Did Battle of Panipat take place on a Monday or Tuesday?
So such questions. What is the exact date of Ukraine and Russia war? So
These are current affairs के questions हैं ना. When did that war start?
exact date. So I was knowing that it is
National
February 2020.
Recently
News में होगा, news में होगा, some amendments must be there.
बेसिकली वहाँ पे जो लोग बैठे होते हैं
Right, sir.
वो भी करंट देखते हैं, अखबार पढ़ के आते हैं, आजकल तो गूगल देख के आते हैं क्या है इस वक्त चल रहा है, इसलिए यू ऑल्सो रिमेन इन टच
करंट इश्यूज, न्यूज रोज के पढ़िए, 2-3 न्यूज देखिए।
सर आई डू, सर मैं 2 अखबार पढ़ती हूँ, इंडियन एक्सप्रेस, द हिंदू एंड ग्रेटर कश्मीर।
2-3 न्यूज देखनी चाहिए रोज के रोज, अखबार पढ़ने चाहिए।
आज से 10 दिन पहले अगर आपका इंटरव्यू होता है,
इसरो के बारे में कोई नहीं पूछता,
सोमनाथ चंद्रायन किसके माइंड में था?
चंद्रयान के बारे में कोई नहीं पूछता, कोई नहीं, because it was in the news yesterday, so the question came up.
इसलिए आज इसे अखबार शखबार पढ़ते रहिए और करंट क्वेश्चंस तो आ जाए।
सर
एक छोटी ट्रिक
नहीं आती है आपके, मतलब 2-3 फैक्चुअल क्वेश्चंस नहीं भी आते हैं, डोंट गेट अंडर।
राइट सर, राइट।
एक छोटी सी आपके वे आउट भी बता सकता हूँ। कभी कभार इफ यू आर कॉट इन अ सिचुएशन वेयर यू कांट आंसर 1 क्वेश्चन और 2 क्वेश्चन और 3 क्वेश्चन, डोंट गेट स्कैर्ड। व्हाट यू विल डू इज यू टेल देम दैट लुक हियर सर, I have specialized in this area, I have better knowledge in this area, I know it this area, so please ask me questions on that. So they'll be taken aback, oh ये तो वापस सवाल कर रही है।
सबसे पहला ही क्वेश्चन जो पूछते हैं जैसे इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ,
राइट सर,
you get an opportunity to lead the panel to your jobs of your choice।
राइट सर,
उस तरीके का बता देना, my interests are in this sustainable development, फलान चीज attractive words। उससे क्या होता है, जो पूछने वाला होता है he also gets led to that।
उसको कहते हैं setting the theme, so you decide the theme।
राइट, राइट सर।
All the best। ठीक रहेगा।
Is it all
Thank
about?
you.
Thank you, thank you।
You will do very good, you will do very good।
Inshallah, thank you very much।